Hello, and welcome to Spirit Among Us. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 11. In him we have obtained an inheritance, having been predestined according to the purpose of him who works all things according to the counsel of his will. Some people like to think of a God that is God of all, but who doesn't really have a place in our lives. They believe that God created all things essentially like a clockmaker would make a clock, and then he just let it go. Time has been ticking ever since. The course of time in human history has simply been a natural course of events, without any influence of God whatsoever. Now, this may make some people feel better because it means they aren't accountable for their sin, but this is not the God of the Bible, and this is not a God at all. Quite the opposite. We see it spelled out here in Ephesians that God is not only present in our lives and in this world, but that he is at work in the world. And not just that he is working in some things, but that he is working in everything. Even further, not only is he working in everything, but he is making everything work according to his will. He is successfully shaping and molding the course of time into his perfect plan as he sees fit. God is not a clockmaker who just sat back and let the clock run. He is involved in every area of this world and all creation. That's what this means here when Paul says he is working all things according to the counsel of his will. He has a predetermined goal in mind for all of creation. He has a purpose that he is aiming for, and he is making everything work for that plan. The psalmist puts it another way, and I want to look at that right now. Psalm 135, verse 6. Whatever the Lord pleases, he does, in heaven and on earth, in the seas and all deeps. God's will is to do whatever is most satisfying to him, namely his own glory, to bring glory to himself. He does whatever he pleases. The psalmist says that in heaven with the host of angels, he does what he pleases. On earth, among us, in and through our lives, he does what he pleases. God is God, and therefore nothing can stand against his plans. This is the reason that God is able to do what he wants to do. It's for this reason that he can make all things work according to his will. God orchestrates this world for his purpose, and while you may not think so at first, the implications of this are wonderful. I think that one of the greatest blessings this means for us in our lives, one of the greatest implications of God being the divine orchestrator of all things, is written in the 8th chapter of the book of Romans. Let's look there now. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. Think about it. Because God is sovereign, because he is in control, and because he works all things according to his plan, we can count on promises such as this. Now, while we may shy away from verses talking about God's sovereign command of the universe at first, we should realize that this is a blessing and not a curse. God being in control is reason for hope. Even if we don't understand all the details of him working in all things, we can trust him and hold on to the beautiful implications of such a belief, like God working all things for our good. Thank you for watching, and God bless.